All right, welcome to another episode from the Chart Reader. So this one's going to be a little bit more talking opinions and thoughts than technicals, all right? Because I am 100% at a loss for thoughts. I am wildly shocked at how all of this went down. And yeah, I've definitely lost some money. And I think worse than losing money, I could have made so much more on SoundHound if I didn't believe Bitcoin was going to do the run that it did, and lo and behold, nothing came from it. You know what I mean? So to me, it's actually a little bit about it's less about the money I lost, because knock on wood, the Discord helped me a lot. I was able to at least hit eject sooner than I think I would have otherwise. But again, what bothered me was just, man, I would have not put, like, I always say I'm here learning too, all right? And I know it sounds silly, but dude, I'm trying to learn something from this, and I'm really excited for the viewer comments, all right? So before we go any further and I give you more of my thoughts and opinions, what are we gonna do? Kind of the same thing we do, just a little different, I guess, but we'll look at the dailies and the weeklies to see how these things are setting up short term. We have our 5 moving averages. There are horizontal support and resistance lines that I do draw manually myself, and then when we are done up here, we'll use the MACD, RSI, and volume as our lower indicators. Hey, really quickly, if you can please subscribe to this channel, share this video online with your friends, comment good or bad if you disagree, and I'm telling you, if you have better thoughts than me, I would love to hear from them, all right? But yeah, I am so excited to do this video, all right? And the first place to start is, look, I always say I am not here pretending to know it all. I am not here pretending to like get 90% accuracy or anything that's just ridiculously absurd like that, all right? This was a very shocking moment for me. There were a number of viewer comments that, you know, really wanted me to make this video a little bit sooner. But for real, I had no educated thoughts until now. And truth be told, you'll see it. I'm stealing someone else's. There was some really good analogies on the Discord group that I think made sense to my simple head, all right? So let's take a step back. I made a video, I think it was about a week ago on these, all right? Bitcoin was sitting at 55K, give or take, rounding numbers, and I confidently said Bitcoin was gonna go to 61, all right? A couple people commented and said, hey, good call, because that's, you know, where it seemed like it went, but no, I was wrong. It went well beyond 61K. It actually destroyed just any sort of assumption I had after it went beyond that number too, because I kind of was saying, look, 65, 67K would be a real big wall, and I actually thought if we could get over 68, it would keep on running actually. So the way Bitcoin played out, I by no means would say I got it right. I just happened to catch a little part of the pop, all right? From there, again, the craziness was there was absolutely no benefit to the miners. All right, I mean, we're looking at Marathon right now. We'll take a quick look at Riot. I mean, look at that. We'll take a quick look at Any. I mean, look at that. We'll take a quick look at Wolf. You know, there's other ones. Biddy is another. No, that's the ETF. BTBF. No, BTBT. Yep, that's another one. Again, that one went down. Cypher, CIFR. Cypher, I mean, stayed a little more horizontal than the rest, but like, how? All right, how? And I'm telling you, I don't have a very good answer. A really good analogy was this one, all right? Gold mine. Okay, so there were a couple comments that basically said, look, like this was me, I did not understand it. So this was the original comment, all right? So a lot of people anticipate the cost of mining to go up as the halving happens, all right? We saw another comment earlier. I'm trying to jump around and give everyone the credit, right? But this was a discussion that was being had, and look, I come in, I am as ignorant as the average person, all right? I am not here pretending to be smarter, and I didn't understand it, all right? And you gotta ask questions. I obviously asked questions, and this is the story I liked right here, all right? This made the most sense to my simple head. So imagine you have a gold mine. and all of a sudden the mine was split in half. Right, that's what the halving is for the Bitcoin movement, right? I think I said that really dumb, but you get it. There's a halving coming, halving coming, however you want to say it. There is now less gold to mine, but it still costs you the same amount to mine it, right? So the ability to gain is less, and the ability and the cost to still gain are the same. That's not good. All right, I can see that being something there. And again, this is just one theory. To me, this makes some decent sense. We go on to start talking about the fees, and maybe some sort of like fees will offset this and this and that. But look, again, in my head, and the thing I've kept saying, and really the thing that I have actually made money on and saved myself from losing money on, because this is what I follow. For any stock, I say you look at the indices. I say you look at NASDAQ if it's a tech stock. Otherwise, you look at S&P 500 and Dow Jones. With the miners, I always say look at Bitcoin. Bitcoin goes up, these should too. Bitcoin goes down, these should too. And again, I was just shocked. Day after day after day after day, pretty much a week and a half of it is pretty much what it was, right? And I like the gold mine story. I would love to hear what you think of that. Do you agree with that? Do you have a better analogy? Do you have a better reason, right? Like, I'm at a loss for words, all right? I hope that at least did something, because you know what? Sometimes I think it's good, like misery likes company, right? And you know, if other people are just as confused as you are, sometimes there's a benefit to that, right? At least you're not sitting in the dark by yourself while everyone's in the sunshine laughing and dancing, right? So for sure confused me, for sure I lost some money. I thank the chart reader Discord so much for just the help, right? Coming to the technical, so around 7:07 when I chapter this, all right? Things are looking scary across all of the tickers I flashed, right? Look, Marathon just had earnings. Marathon seemingly did not have a good reaction, right? Because you see a big bad candle the day of. This thing was a 16% loss. Doesn't quite lose the 8 and the 20 immediately, but today's a little worrisome. Obviously sitting under the 50, right? That's not a good MACD. That's not a good RSI. Both are diverging the wrong way, right? I see it going up a little bit after hours, right? It does look like it's trying to hold the 50. I'm not trying to make wild, crazy assumptions based on a single candle, but if tomorrow, if tomorrow loses 21.55, I think it will be a very fast drop to 20. If not, maybe even a drop all the way down to 18 and change, 1870, all right? So Marathon, very, very much at a bounce or die point right there, all right? Let's take a look at Riot. Riot's looking just even worse. And I mean, it's crazy for me to look at this and think it, right? But the one thing that I love is the community we're building here, and just the moving averages, right? You lose the 8, you lose the 20, you know you're coming down, right? And that's basically where this thing went. We are now actually sitting under all 5. Break all 5 and fly, lose all 5 and die. And that's kind of what we're staring at, right? Volume's been pretty bad. Again, same bad MACD, same RSI that we just saw in Marathon. It's scary as the trend continues along more, right? Wolf, same basic downtrend, exactly the same as Riot, who was pretty much above all 5, ready to fly. Lo and behold, about a week and change, we're now under them all, right? Wolf, the exact same thing. It was peaking a little less, but that 26th was above all 5. Lo and behold, we're knocking on the door of falling below all 5, right? This one's at least over one of them, but definitely under the 200, and not a good thing, right? So I will be real honest with you. I was sad on any. I had a good little position here. I had a nicer position on Marathon. Knock on wood, I didn't lose too much on both, man. Jeez, but any just looked like it was setting up. I mean, it tried to break them all, I loved it right here. Again, all of them look so good on the 26th, right? It started to smell like more and more Bitcoin rising was going to come, right? Lo and behold, we not only gap up to an open up here, but we actually hold about half, and then obviously what happens under, right? I mean, it was this was a learning moment. I'm hopeful that I get some real cool comments, just like I got in the Discord, right? And hopefully I learn from your thoughts, right? This is a beautiful two-way street. I give you mine, you give me yours, and both sides learn, right? So craziness. That's all I can say. I Oh man, I hope it wasn't too bad for you. Obviously, Bitcoin is dropping right now, right? So I mean, I'm watching that, but I've kind of taken a little bit of a step away from these miners. Don't get me wrong, the Discord is still humming and looking for an entry, but I'm looking away from it, and I think there are some other things to hunt and chase and some profits to be made, and what's kind of a weird market right now. All right, so. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know your opinions. Not the average video, but again, I think there's a comfort in knowing someone else is just as confused. And hey, if you're not as confused as I am, help me. Help me. Let me see the light that you see, all right? Thank you so, so much for the time.